beware of the fake apologies. Beware of the apologies that aren't genuine. If the apologies come, okay? Because a lot of times they won't come at all, right? But if they do come, be aware of the fake apologies, okay? Because they're not apologizing because they're genuinely sorry for doing all the things they did to you. They are apologizing because they got caught. They are apologizing because they want to regain access to you. They are apologizing, if they do apologize, right? Because majority of the time they probably won't. They are apologizing because they want your energy, because they fumbled a good person, okay? They are apologizing because they want your energy still. They want to regain access to you. They want to keep tabs on you, see your next move, clock what you're doing. They need to be around your spirit. They knew you had a calling on your life. They want to be around that. They want to be connected to you for when you go up, you not leaving them behind, right? They want to be connected to you so they can go with you, but we know everybody can't go. So it's a fake apology, okay? They aren't genuine about it. If they do apologize, they don't even know what they're apologizing for, because had they known what they were apologizing for, you guys would be there for months and months and months, maybe years. The conversation will be very extensive, very long. But in their mind, they probably had done no wrong, because to them, they're always the ones that's right, and it's everybody else's fault. And so if you do get apology, it's an insincere, fake, not ingenuine or non-genuine apology. They don't even know what they're apologizing for. They're just apologizing to see if you're still stupid enough to let them back in your life to regain access to you for them to finish the job. They're apologizing to see if you are going to forgive them. And now remember, we always forgive because the Most High says forgive. But that does not mean they need to have access back to your life. That does not, just if they apologize, it does not necessarily give them a pass to instantly regain access to your life. So yeah, the apologies, if they do come, because a lot of times people are so egocentrical and they think they've done no wrong and they think everything is everybody else's fault, and so the apology majority of the time won't come. But if you cut them off and they really, really, really want to gain and regain access to your life, they may apologize, but keep an eye out for that, because it's not genuine. They are apologizing because they want something. They want to rekindle that relationship with you. So forgiving doesn't mean you have to let them have access back into your life. Okay, you forgive for your sake, and you forgive because you're listening and following the Lord. Okay, but you could forgive someone and be completely done with them. Okay, you forgive for your healing, for your growth, and for your peace and happiness. Okay, you forgive so you don't have to hold grudges, so you don't keep stuff pent up and bottled up. You forgive because you are healing and you're healed. Even if they apologize, right, it'll be a fake apology. And the only times the apology will be real if they truly change. But these people didn't change. These people are the same people. They always been doing the same stuff they always do. Cry, cry, cry. Play victim, play victim, play victim. Blame, blame, blame. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, lie, lie. Slander, slander, slander. Turn people against you, turn people against you, turn people against you. Just the same nasty, conniving, manipulative, haters, jealous people. That hateful, envious. These are the same people. They have not changed. This is especially the amount of time that has passed. Even if it's like a small amount or a large amount or whatever, these people are the same people. They keep showing their true colors. These people have not healed. They have not grown. They have not done any of the internal work to actually heal. They didn't change. They're literally the same. Like I said, unhealed people. They didn't heal from the childhood trauma or the adulthood trauma, the teenage years, or recent, whatever. They have not healed. They have not gained a real relationship with the Lord that He will provide the healing and the happiness, but they don't know how to do that. They just try to fake a relationship with the Lord, but the Lord sees it. Now they're going to reap what they sow. If they're not already, most likely they are. And it's just vengeance. They are still the same toxic individuals, hurtful individuals, hateful individuals, envious, malicious, conniving. They're still the same snakes. Literally. You think they changed? Don't hold your breath. You will be getting manipulated, and you will be gullible and naive to think that. They still operate the same way. Their mindset is still the same. They have not changed. These people are not going to change. It's going to have to take miraculous intervention for these people to change. They're too far gone. They're still the same pathological liars. The people are just literally the same. Nope, they didn't change. They're the same people they always been. So don't be fooled by, especially by like nice gestures, because these people are going to try to regain access to your life by trying to do nice gestures. Now you can't fall for that. And don't be fooled by thinking like, oh, these people are coming back in my life, it must be a sign. Yeah, a sign from the devil to see if you're still stupid enough to let them back in your life. It's not a sign to like, oh man, let's rekindle a relationship. Let's just forget every single thing that they've done and think that they won't do it again, because they already showed you their true colors. They already showed you who they are. They already showed you what they are capable of. Now that's up to you now if you're going to continue to allow that. Are you going to be naive and gullible and dumb to continue to allow it? You know, they must think you're stupid if you are going to allow that. Now, they might try to come back in with like nice gestures or gifts or compliments, or through children, or through I don't know, you could think of all the reasons, but they might try to do that. But like, do they think you're stupid? Do they think you're dumb? Like they did this before many times again. They always do the same thing. They're like a repeated broken record. They always do this. They do something scandalous. Then they end up acting like they're the victim, and they get mad, and then they act like they're not messing with you, and then try to come back by doing nice gestures or giving gifts or whatever. Don't accept the gifts. Do not fall for the okie doke. Do not accept it. Do not be gullible. Do not be naive. Do not be the person that you used to be, because you used to be cordial and just allow stuff to keep the peace, or to keep relationships with other people or family members or friends or whatever to who's connected to these people. But that, you gotta cut the snake at the head. And everybody's who connected, if it was a genuine connection to you, then they will still be in your life. But if they want to exit themselves out with the head of the snake, then they all could go too, and they all could fall into the pit together. That's how much you standing on business. If they knew who you were and they were really connected to you and really had love for you, and then they will still continue a relationship with you instead of being manipulated and turned against someone who they really cared about or really cared for, if that makes sense. I mean, even though you were cordial, you were still holding them like at arm's length. It wasn't like kicking it like that. It just like cordial and stuff. But now it is too much at this grown age. It's too much that's been done to just look past it. Always forgive, but like, forgiveness does not mean access to you anymore. Period. Just access to drain your energy again, access to you to finish the job that they sought out to do. You know, we already know that they're a vessel working for the devil and have the demons in them. And what are they trying to do to the chosen one? You already know they're trying to take you out. Do not allow them access back to you. Just if they have a smile on their face and a fake, ingenuine apology, if it's apology, you can't be gullible anymore. You can't be naive anymore. We're way past that. We're grown. Everybody can look through the foolery, look through the lies, and look through the manipulation. Now, you can't fool everybody all the time. Okay, so don't accept the apology, I guess. You already forgave them because the Lord said. And so even if they came with an apology, you don't even need to respond because you already forgave them. Now, you're like, oh, I apologize. Like, you're not even going to be in my vicinity or around me long enough to get that out your mouth. And you don't really have to accept it because it's a fake apology. They don't even know what they're apologizing for. You go cold turkey with communicating with these individuals. They don't get no high from you. Just like Nicki Minaj said, they got time to talk just high and by. They'd be happy if they get that. Okay? Don't accept no gifts. Don't accept nothing from them. Don't accept no fake compliments, fake apologies, fake gifts, fake all this stuff. Like, no. Throw it in the trash can. Throw it straight in the trash. You don't want to be connected to this person or these people at all. You don't want to be connected anymore. Okay? You forgave them already. And wash your hands and you're done. You already forgave them and cut them off. Nothing else to say, period. Remember, they need access to you. They're so obsessed with you. They want to know your next moves. They want to know what you're up to, what you're doing. They want to be so connected to you so they could have something to talk about to their basic friend groups or to your other family members. They seem so interested when you are the topic of the conversation, but now that they don't have nothing else to talk about, they're going to keep going with the same rerun stories, lies and slander, or they might make up new stuff. Who knows? Because they're liars, right? Like, people should just start catching on. Like, why do you keep talking about them seriously? They're so delusional. They think that you're dumb enough to let them back in after all the stuff that they've done. It's crazy. Leave that door bolted. Leave that door locked, bolted, cement shut. Like, no, it's not even a crack. Not even a crack. Like, you're not going to pull at my emotional strings and think that you're trying to outsmart me. That's like, come on. Stop it. You cannot fool everybody. You can fool a lot of people, and they sure are fooling a lot of people, but they can't fool you no more because you see through all that. You see through all the lies and slander. You see through all of it. And so the victim role, the crocodile tears, the blame game, the lies and the slander, you see through all that now. They cannot fool you anymore. And the people who they are fooling, I'm sorry to say, but they need to grow a backbone and grow a brain and start thinking for themselves, because how you gonna keep getting fooled over and over and over and over and over and over again? Ridiculous. Yeah, because like I said, you already know these people are going to try to spin the block because they want access to you. They need access to you. You just make sure you're prepared to stand on business. Like I said, keep that door bolted shut, cement shut. There's no excuses as to why people don't know how to act. And they didn't change, like we already discussed. And so what would be the purpose of letting these individuals back in your life who's been snakes this whole time? Who's been haters this whole time? Who's been jealous this whole time? Who's been envious this whole time? There is no reason. There's no reason why. That would be so dumb. The only reason they don't know how to act is because they ain't got no home training. They don't know how to grow efficiently. Their mindset stayed at a certain age, probably like 14 or something, in the majority of areas in the brain and the majority of areas in life. They still have a childish mindset. It's not true growth. It's not true development. And there's no backtracking here. No backtracking. only moving forward and onward and upward and leveling up. We're not rewinding, backtracking, and going back to toxic people. That could be very well blocking your blessings. Okay? This is your season. You do not have to allow anything unhealthy in your life, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise. You got to cut that stuff out and cut that off, cut those people off like a cancerous root before it spreads, before those demons they battle and start hopping on you. Cut them off like a cancerous root so it does not grow, and never look back. Just like Lot's wife. Okay? You have to leave the world behind. When you are growing and you are evolving and you are basically like leveling up, right? You cannot keep the same habits that you used to. You cannot entertain things that you used to. You cannot stay in certain environments that you used to be in. You have to evolve and continue to evolve, and be ye separate and come out from among them. You have to be holy. You have to be separate. You have to leave the world behind. Look at Lot's wife. That's what I was talking about. Look at Lot's wife. She had to leave the world behind. The Most High told her, do not look back. When she was leaving the world behind, she wanted to look back. And guess what? She turned to a pillar of salt because she was connected. She wanted to look back. She wanted to reverse and go back into the worldly stuff, or people that she cut off. She may want to rekindle relationships with, or she wanted to go back to the worldly ways, and she turned to a pillar of salt. She'd been warned. She's been warned. It's nothing back there for you. There's nothing back there for you. Why would you, if you're going to continue to grow, level up, why would you want to reverse? Why would you want to put these people back in your life that the Lord had already separated you from? Okay? You cannot do that. We're not going down the escalator, down the elevator. We're leveling up, only up, moving forward and onward and upward and leveling up. The tactics and the wicked stuff that these people have done, they did not know that was all part of your testimony and part of the Lord's plan. Just like he says, count it all joy when you go into these temptations and stuff, because he's just molding you and making you come out greater and better and better. And now look at you. You leveled up even more and more and more. You're going to continue to do so. And he's going to continue to prepare a table for you right in the presence of your enemies. They wanted to be connected to you. They needed access to you. They needed to be connected to you for the journey, but everybody can't go. Then that's why they're trying to regain access to you. They think if they're being connected to you, that let them a table prepared just like it's being prepared for you in the presence of our enemies. Like, no, it's not for them. Everybody can't go, and many are called, few are chosen. It's not for them. They are the enemies that have to be sitting down and watching you eat while the table is being prepared for you. That's why they want access to you. That's why they try so hard to knock you off your calling and off your path and get you to reverse and all this stuff. You have to leave the world behind sometimes. You have to, at the end of the day. Okay, and like I said, the things that they came up against you, it just ended up molding you, making you better and making you stronger. And you're 10 times more stronger. You were already strong, but now you're a real force to be reckoned with. And while you're leveling up, they're leveling down because you got to reap what you sow. And so when people been operating in this lifestyle a certain type of way and maybe not had no consequences for it thus far, that karma gonna be sweet. That vengeance gonna hit hard, and hopefully at that point they've realized all the wrong that they've done. They realize that it's the Most High that is causing all this. While you're leveling up, they suddenly are going to be in a pitiful case. Pride cometh before the fall. The big old ego, too egocentrical, too prideful, never apologizing, always victim, blah, blah, blah. Everybody else fault, no accountability. Boom. Suddenly they're in the pit that they tried to dig for you. The pride cometh before the fall. They cannot have access to you. They need access to you, but access denied. And the Most High is going to continue to rain blessings and blessings and blessings down on you while they're suddenly in a pitiful case. Okay? He going to prepare a table for you right in the presence of your enemies, because we know they watching from secret accounts, fake accounts, other accounts. Like, yeah. Take several seats. Take several seats. They're going to take several seats while they watch you eat. Deuces.